Premo ato Ewusiwaa aha Ctv Ghana's #1 TV station so ene ejuwa dano fi abosum no ne da etoso eduono wa fempem mieno ene eduono miensa ya emo ene we de emre aso se ensama hodo ya etwego my Ghana mo osumufo ato no bo aso ne so kroje no ye gibre na ye de esom wo se Ctv ende ewia prem to breakfast ye da some no ye hwedia ebedimo akotire no epi Ghana mapiri na aredago kufuado akasa ne nsema odi tudwa ene se nei omo ehwese enmanim ya no Ghana ombetimi de niama atoto aponso se de pe ya enyina ma hoden no betimi egira nan so ede ama oman Saso wo ensemfufro emo kanema pani John Dramani Mahama akasa ne nsemo a odi tudwa etrese endei se nyame na dom na afempem yenu ene eduonu ena yabato no se otimi edi nkunim ebeye mampani ede mo man yibiem a obehwe se eba achechwe fonso hwo mo kwotwro ansa na yetimi ede tumi krata hwo mo nsa se yaje omatum se achechwe fo no sa ensohwe no obeyi edi efri ho Yebeko amahodro so kase emo ene dey library for ekoto omaba no omo eyi omo mampani a obeda oman no ano aso ye hwan yebegibre na fa ye de mu nchirim no ede asomo Ebusia we kan sma wodo bi ho ena ewie ye gibre ede asom wo se Ctv ende ewia prem to breakfast mo somfo ewie mede ede Abena Ewusiwaa ye ntwa ye ho ye ba ensam ne nchirim no ye begibre na fa ye de asomo Yaba wakwaba emba prem to breakfast yeso ye frase na ye de emo entremo no e de aso shede so se wo Facebook a kase no ehwede wo live e wo ho e my Ctv GH na wa share ama afoforo enya kase de bi ahwe ye frase na fei ye mfa emo entremo no emfa ensomo Ghana mapere na adedago kufuado akasa na afiwe Ghana Energy Awards ya etoso enso mo e de hye so no sa dwomedie do ase e na mapeni gina simpie so a ne nsama wo de to Ghana de hye anyone say eba Ghana enyina hoden no aban no eye de na hode betimi bia e de niam atoto aponso se de be ya mo betimi aso hawe a omaye ekom no ano.
This year's theme, Ghana's Energy Transition Framework, Sector Institutions as Building Blocks for the 2030-2040 targets, is essentially about our future and explains in some detail how stakeholders can work together to protect it. It is a theme that resonates with me because it touches the core of our very survival as a nation. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Ghana is a signatory to the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, whose proceedings were in fact co-chaired by the second President of the Fourth Republic, His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor, and whose ultimate goal is to keep rising global temperatures to below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably 1.5 degrees Celsius relative to pre-industrial levels. This means that we have committed ourselves to lowering our greenhouse gas emissions in respect to the effects of climate change, whilst ensuring that our development and the well-being of our people are not jeopardized. In fulfillment of this commitment, I unveiled the Ghana Energy Transition and Investment Plan during the Global Africa Business Initiative event in New York on the 21st of September 2023, on the sidelines of this year's meeting of the United Nations General Assembly. This plan spells out a reasonable path for Ghana to attain net zero energy-related carbon emissions by 2060. And this plan has been accurately and forcefully set out by the Deputy Minister for Energy. The framework is a result of extensive research and engagements with a considerable number of stakeholders, including sector institutions, civil society, the corporate sector, international partners, and academia. It also aligns with our national development agenda, as well as the 2030 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The framework outlines how we will implement low-carbon solutions in major sectors of our economy, such as oil and gas, industry, transportation, cooking, agriculture, and power. It also highlights the essential investment, regulatory initiatives, institutional arrangements, and capacity building requirements needed to facilitate this shift. It is a flexible and dynamic tool that will be updated and modified as we learn from our implementation experience and as new technologies and possibilities emerge. It is a living document that will be reviewed regularly and evaluated to ensure that it remains relevant and responsive to our changing circumstances and goals. Ladies and gentlemen, this national framework is ambitious, but it is attainable. It is anticipated that some $550 billion United States dollars will have to be raised over the next 40 years, equivalent to some 10% of our annual GDP. This may appear huge, but yet it is less than what would be spent if we carry on unconcerned. Furthermore, the framework will have long-term advantages for our economy, society, and environment. It will increase our energy security, diversify our energy mix, create jobs, boost health, help to eradicate poverty, and safeguard our natural resources. The framework will also position Ghana as a world leader in energy transition. We will be amongst the first countries, both in Africa and beyond, to attain universal access to clean and modern energy by 2030. Additionally, we will be amongst the first countries to use carbon capture, utilization, and storage technology to decarbonize our energy industry.
Yentua area prem to breakfast na yenfa emodeni etremu ewo ensanfofro emona watwe area ye kanema penny John Dramani Mahama eko apro ewo bonamantemu ne ho eno de nsama kwakoto dwase eba eye humesua eho ensensem atwetwefo a ye de omo efa entity mu emfe n9 omo ewie school no nsuso a aban no nsuso e de ato ho se kosiso mo betro nso hwe ya san so hwe no nipa no ebetwa ye mama na license e trese ye professional teacher no enya de oman ye begina to mo se oye chetreni edo na nam so aka ne mampeni ene samtrofo akasade ato dwase so ba aban mu a na odi enkunim wa fempem mienu ene eduonu ene abato no mu a obehwe se obobetwa sa enso hwe no efri ho
Lancashire exams. Lancashire exams. Lancashire exams. Since I done headache among students because you can't see yet me go to every report. Not my son for quite so, or my son for quite so. As you see, you say you're failing, you're in man pass it. Abra, yet not be trapped 4 good years. That was college. Not my son for quite so. I you could be. I yet say. Where they are strong by said, John Dramani Mahama, what's I'm back? When you be found, Lancashire exams, any student allowance.
Lancashire exams, you can watch them 2020. You can't hold that. You can't watch them that 2020. And to assume say. And you say, what should say colleges of education no? Ade a omo kire nkwada no enu pempens ebebia e wo se edura e wo se uye hu bibi na omutimi eye omo exams no mu pie eye dan na nkwada ombeba training college 4 years no mature exam afibia omo kire exam afibia omo kire exam edru 4th year no mature final exam no more pass it ya pass here we are chesoma ye teacher for no ask waka say almost am be tro exam bibiom ansa na maji o ma timi say mo ye teacher for ezu enti e dey say e ba licensure exam no ye be ye free ho ni ahwe nhihia ye be ye am making sure say nipa bia obekọ college of education obewie no na eche say oye teacher
bra okono dwemtene ne peni edema NDC amanyokono Red Johnson esiedu enketie ye din a bebre na edinum no eye General Mosquito one no na ekọ aprobo no eho na no so ogina simpie so ne ade shomo ewo ho no etwetwe enkomo de eto monim no se afempem yenu ene eduonu ene abeto a ediga na fo enim mo hwe enim so mo ebekọ akoto no obia enhwe so obeto abano de amanipa obeba bebo oman eyi oman de free said the economy no ebrei o twere se ende bebre no ya na edu abato a enkrofo ehwe se nipa yi oyemikrom ni nipa yi oyemastori ni asa na bato abano edi amano o twere se afi wo ya abato edi enim no kwa de obia enyi sin ho emfisa nyama no emu
sense mo am kan kire yi munyi ni se ye ba ye betimi ya se ka mo kan kire yi na se President Mahama ye nipa o ka se good morning wa bra na awia akotwa anka okase fa se kan wa se mami me kwa me fanya du anka mba kasa ya frem ha bra kan beba enuti emfa asori awoko emfa nyam so ma awosom anabo so ma awosom de mo pede se kwan e de bedi oman so onu na bejeje yeto ojiji wi a yebe no de be ya ma ye ho atoye se de onu wie no be kwa akosom bosumo obekọ akọfra nyame o obekọ na sori o se no de nka mo mfa ho enu ti ebesra mo so obi wo ho no nim se yesi ye nkari ye ho hwe se hwan ne betimi ayesa adwuman se ya free general secretary the national chairman me Ghana ha me kromfo ne swakora ene kan kura kasa no ye nkrom ye nupe enti si e ka se obi antuma ne krom ni azan ka me vote Thank you, so, and so, baby, for the who say, I can't with the manual. Over to me, and I want to mammy. Sadly, I per se, Nipa, and dear who begged now say, Yapa president, dear. Monfang, someone said, Mum, Mum, family free, mum. Or in a country, I want my check, mamma. Mon ready over to me, I Juma no number for Juma. 5 seconds. Don't give me more, mine, and this are yes, I busy from maybe I know, and I see a sign call from Chelsea. As I see, I say, you bet me, Anya, Abaya, obey to me, Abaya said, dear, or the dear toa, or the bed, dear Yepe, Amaya Hotaba, Ubu my near to the four. The Yabaka so uncoye no, Obeso, no dear Juma. And until Madame say, and the campaign now, Ebano. Boy, Mummy, money, pa. Namu who say, dear Bana Yepe. Yepe Bishop, wana, Yepe Chief Imam, wana, Yepe wine. Any idea, I dear Kuya. Madame Munina.
Yentwa area premto rekase no so na yemfa emma edom kuma banu deni ewo emreso bedwefie eye Dr. Kesel Atoforsen wakasa ne sama odi tudwa etrese ne wukọ hokobod for aswe ya enema ekoso ekono otrese ensamfatakra na efibra MPP amayoko no betena ban so ewa fimpim yino ene edunso no mu no enya dia kokobod for etimenya mfaso bia ewo aswe ho otrese edede ewo sen manim ye no mo hwe na omutimi ebu encounter.
Bigger cocoa board needs some attention. They need some national attention. And I'm not saying this because my brother Brian has become a minister. The Speaker, I'm not going. You just became the Minister of Agriculture responsible for cocoa. But Mr. Speaker, the truth is that this loan, me, as I sit here, I'm approving it largely because of the farmer. Other than that, this is a matter that we should have rejected. We should have rejected it and then get Cocoa Board to do some due diligence in the way they are managing the affairs of Ghana Cocoa Board. So, Speaker, let me tell you another story. Not long ago, Cocoa Board issued, by the time we were leaving office in 2016, the Speaker, I was indeed a member of the board of Ghana Cocoa Board. Not only that, I was the chairman of the finance committee of the Ghana Cocoa Board. So, Speaker, we left office with cocoa bills worth $1 billion, 1 billion Ghana cedis arrest. So, Speaker, today, Cocoa Board has issued bills worth 14 billion, to the extent that between 2016 to 2017, they have increased the loan that they owe ordinary Ghanaian from 1 billion to 14 billion. So, Speaker, to the extent that they cannot repay that loan. And as we speak, they had to force holders of cocoa bills to receive a haircut. So the haircut is not only at the Ministry of Finance. Cocoa Board is also cutting people's hair. They are also giving haircuts. And they are also not in a position to service their debt. The Speaker, Cocoa Board had a healthy equity. Healthy equity. This equity has been eroded gradually to the extent that today their equity is slightly above 2 billion because of the losses they've made. 7 years in a row under the MPP administration, Cocoa Board has not made 1 cedi profit. 1 cedi profit. Every single year they've reported a loss. Mr. Speaker, if you are to deduct the 21 billion they owe the ordinary cocoa road contractor, Cocoa Board would have gone into a negative equity. Mr. Speaker, granted that that is not a debt yet, but Mr. Speaker, I disagree. It is indeed a debt. It is a debt. But let me say that aside that, they have projected to record additional losses this year. Their own projections. Additional losses. So if care is not taken, and if we fail to do something as a country, as a parliament, Cocoa Board will go into negative equity. The Speaker, the matter is so severe that the IMF had a reason to report in the official document that went to IMF board that government of Ghana must immediately prepare a policy document to turn around Ghana Cocoa Board. So, Speaker, this particular statement is captured in the Memorandum of Economic and Financial Policy that went to IMF board last year. So, Speaker, this is a serious matter. I don't think this is a matter that we should litigate on. It is a matter that we should come together as a house and get Cocoa Board to do the right thing. Cocoa Board is a prestigious national asset. In the past, each and everyone want to be associated with Cocoa Board. The Speaker, unfortunately, is not the same. So, the Speaker, I urge you that whilst we approve this loan for the farmer, so that the farmer will be able to receive their income, we should, as a house, pay serious attention to what is happening at the Cocoa Board.
Ebisua de ni etremo ewo ensem foforo emo na de hwemo ewo ologotwe eyade a omo breye pa se bo mo nsuo ho sensem wa nsuo no abo mo ye pa se biojo so abo akokọ wotwe se nsuo papa se omo benye bia no no omo enye bi enam so ema emrehye bedwani ya owo shai osudoku abato empeso so raye eye Linda akwele oklo akọ eye eho mo asambre omo akwakopa eye nsuo bi ho ntoma ediamomo na won etrese mechanized bowl wo ibi eno moko bia no edeba de show mo ewo ho se de pe ya enmenum ya no ebo mo nsuo ho sensem a omo so apamode no ebetimi esipi
Ojumedia woye yenase ena mashebedweni editu jase enso de ehu yama wo bibia enunti en woni to do development center for ekabo mu a womo edi boho foforo abre omanfo wo shy osudoku ena fenso ne potemu na neni agiye papa se wo bepie hono mu a ene wo mu twa wo manimu a boho no womanfo ebesase enya ensupa anom enunti wogina eye na manyuko no anemu NDC party no afenso ode asida PSC ema to the development center se womo etie wonum esufra wakabo mo edisa adwumedi we no ehhehye so.
Mr. Tepeli, we are asking for more and we are so grateful for this relief, and I pray anytime you drink from this borehole, just say a prayer to them. And I believe being please let me speak the local dialect so that they understand. Mr. Tepeli, in your school, and I ask we already the public relations. John the man can school fees or pay school fees. So I've benefited from paying school fees because at school Dominicana, ni a peony food ni kefwahi ka shall also do here, Wangani. In fact, Chapino Velo will come over money mapping. And some of MPs are project with lobbying is also part of our project.
And which way ena womayi hene eyanene mate agidi ene empenifobi editu just se wombehwe se bohu fufroyi ayede abano obehwe so yie pa ne tumi ache na womanfo enyansope bi anom.
Honorable Dr. Linda Oklu. Yes, sir. You are welcome. Honorable members of Tudek Development Center, you are all welcome. I'm very happy today and elated that we should all gather here for one purpose, for the purpose of commissioning the borehole water which has been so dear to our hearts. I don't know how you got the information and then you decided to do it. So we thank you for that. Yeah. And I think I'll read our letter of appreciation to you. First, to our dear Dr. Honorable, for Shai Osudoku constituency, letter of appreciation. I, on behalf of the good people of Agomeda Olokochowe, appreciate you and Tudek Development Center on the efforts of sincerity and successfully completing the borehole project to be commissioned today. We are pleased to see you accomplish your goal successfully in a very short time.
Ejede enesika semo kase eda yedu soswafo a ohwe ye eduane eho ensesebo eso ne for Brian na Champo wakasa ne semo de tutwa we efa eye kokobod ho ochwese kokobod sika semo a enkoye ne nyina no ne nyina efa gwedam a omo ehwe ni mo sebesan esine dade mu ebim esanse eba hu sika semo kokobod no na etwetwe sa sika no afenso so eba akwan ene akwantempo ahodo a kokobod no esiesie no ochwese omo edesika 21 billion Ghana cedis ena ACC kwanya hodo bia ewo oman no emu enuti ena cocoa sika sem no akoyesa.
Farmers cocoa board was in crisis. Cocoa board was in crisis because cocoa board is paying for the lights to be on by paying for Buida. Cocoa board is paying for Buida. Mr. Speaker, Cocoa Board at the moment is constructing almost 5,000 kilometers of roads throughout the country. Mr. Speaker, this is a fact. I am not talking about completed roads. I am talking about ongoing roads, whether IPCs whether IPCs, Mr. Speaker, I repeat, I am not talking about completed cocoa board roads. I am talking about ongoing cocoa board roads, whether IPCs have not been honored and therefore they have been stopped or what. Cocoa board is committed to almost 5,000 kilometers of roads across the country, and that is a fact. Mr. Speaker, we have presented the list of cocoa board roads to the House, and that is a matter of public record. Mr. Speaker, cocoa board, the road commitments that cocoa board has made, the investment, the contracts, without the rationalization that is going on, stands at the tune kindly of about 21 billion Ghana cedis. That is roads that is being constructed across the country that we expect cocoa board to be paying for. And therefore, if we, the people, expect cocoa board to be paying for our lives to be on, if we, the people, expect cocoa board to be paying for roads to be constructed, if we, the people, expect that cocoa board will cut down on cocoa trees and rehabilitate them so that the cocoa farmers will have their cocoa farms back, and by that liability, the strength of that liability weighs down cocoa board, then we, the people, cannot stand back and say that cocoa board in itself has collapsed. We put the burden on cocoa board, and we have to make a decision whether we will keep the books clean or we want the roads constructed. We have to make a decision whether we want cocoa board to pay for the lights on or we stay in darkness. That is a decision that we have to make. But if we make a decision to construct the roads, if we make a decision to put the lights on, if we make a decision to rehabilitate the cocoa farms, and there is a liability, it will be most unfair to blame us, and I mean us in this room, for the decision that we have made to save the country.
Mahudo so ensem ena yedru so ide ni etrebo ewo oman Liberia na wotwe eweye no mode omabato ehhye so amampanifo a omo ekoto omo so aba no won etre se Joseph Boaka ya wonya mfe edioson enwotwe ena enkunimdie no ekọ edemano
Wono ena no ye enkane mampani abedi chwe edema Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ya oye George Weah wobedi ne sonkunim 2018 afenimo na wobia enimu se papa no bebia wo finu ninchi ebi eni ho no munemu no wo bone humodin pa wakae eya de bia wo hwe so ebo ne humodin ewo enwuma ahodo mu ya dodo na enimu no se wono de chese wo pie ekọ enhyiemu ahodo a wo be hunu anase waba weni betwa ne subia no na chese woda we dia womanfo dodo na ede ehye nso na ne opponent nso ehu se esanse wenyi ninti no na womo ekyerese okopie beebi sana ya na woda na eyade a ne supporters area atodwa se eye ne mfie ya ekonanimu nina no womo enim se openi no eye obi a wobetime aboa ama eye katase hye girumu enepo ye kankan nina no womo to ase ede afi woman ni mu Boakae asaso ahye womanfo nina ebose obebomodea ahwe se womo ebenya empuntuo ahodwa ebetumi ayi womanfo ede afi ahokyere ene eye kwadana ene nkwasum emu ya esese no ukopiemu Liberia dodo na ebre ewo huntia na nema eye nine na enkane vice president ye eyade a dodo na eto apa ede ema no womakyeremu se openino eye obi a ne yemu ye pa enunti United States of America maino ebo na baso wabra wobeye mampeni eye Yera Joseph Boakae womo ekyere se weni ajepa se wabone humodi a ababeye mampeni sanso ene wobibia eni agesa abre sanse womo woni mugidie se woba wobetimi aboa amakatase hyenina no womo to ase afei ohia no obeyi womanfo ede efrimu
area with your for way so and ye jan and some what area ye chepre ede esum was a CTV area prem to break Kasiepo and in nyina esi ede amao mahoma fei esi efri eye thy grace unisex collection and emame mahoma fe mai na mo ewo eye aswamai aje kojo omo number no eye 0541 354287 enunti se wope ahoma fa kama yo mwanka sabe pam ediama wanka se hu atade na hu se ampa won so wa sha atade dia bomode se wo ebe from wo ewo number ya mabobo yi eso digress say ye dey do it just the way you want it into from now ni omo nd ensa wo so anyway mo so for me de wo esi ha ama omo enisha adeshimide ede Abena Ewusiwaa.